comes to my attention that on my main channel, I've got a video up, Who's the Hockey Guy, where I got into who I was and how I got there. I don't have a video on this channel for Who's the Entertainment Guy. I'm dressed like the hockey guy though. I need to fix that.
Give the hockey guy stuff I do.
Yeah, I know. There. I'll just. All right. There we go. Deadpool. Deadpool work. It's still hockey, but there's still hockey on my head, but that's fine. Um, so my tastes in TV have never really changed. I grew up and I was always told by people, well, you'll outgrow whatever it was, whether it was rock shirts or movies or fun.
Fun.
I was told that eventually I'd like country music. Eventually you'll grow into it.
I was told that too. Somebody told me that as well, that one day I would be asking for
Yeah.
country music on the radio.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and you'll grow into wearing flannel, and you'll grow into dressing like you run a farm.
When you become a lumberjack, you'll be wearing flannel.
Around here, yes.
What? Listening to country. That's it.
I went through a very brief period I listened to country, but it was only because of Shania Twain, Faith Hill, and Trisha Yearwood. It was only because they were girls. It wasn't actually the music, because the music...
The music is awful.
But Faith Hill was cute, so, that was all I cared about at the time. Didn't matter. And then later on, Carrie Underwood came along, but the only Carrie Underwood song I liked was or When He Cheats, or Because He Cheats, or that one where she talks about mangling the guy's truck because he cheated on her. And all these girls are like, yeah, I identify with this song. It's like, really? Because she's talking about vandalizing a guy's truck. Which, while I don't like trucks in general,
I have no clue.
I don't have any desire to drive a truck or be with the truck driver. Which is good because you're not a truck driver, so that'd be awkward. But,
I am, in fact, not a truck driver.
No.
I have drove a truck before, though.
Oh, see, we might have to break up then. The funny thing is that I was married once, and in that first marriage, I kind of tried to fit in and conform and buy clothes that are age appropriate, and I always found they were either itchy or they didn't fit right, or I'd look at myself in the mirror and go, "Oh, this is okay." People would tell me, "Oh, you look nice. That's nice." And then I'd be looking through catalogs or looking online and go, "Yeah, I really like this," and they go, "That's too young for you. You really shouldn't wear that. That's too young." The hell does that mean? It's clothes. How can clothes be too young for you? So I just don't listen. I don't care. And a big part of the reason why this channel and my main channel exist is because I stopped caring. I stopped caring about acting my age. I stopped caring about being like, oh, you're in your 40s, you need to act a certain way. No. Because I've watched people go through life not having fun and the button down behaving, and then they're dead, and then what did they get out of it? I've watched I watched at my job once as a first aid attendant. I watched as a man had a heart attack and he took his final breath in front of me, and I knew that man, as hardworking as he was, I felt like I was looking down at where I could end up. That I could spend my whole life working at this job, pay relatively well, and drop dead on the floor. And I thought, you know what? I don't think this is what I want. And you can look at moments like that, and you can go one of two ways. You can be responsible and say, oh, well, I better live my life this way. And in my case, it was, you know what? No. And then my marriage fell apart, and in the end of our marriage, there were a lot of criticisms thrown at me. You know how divorces are when they go through. There's a lot of criticisms thrown both ways. So I took those criticisms and I went, this is who I am. The criticisms that were thrown at me were over me. So it was, if you want to get another woman and you want to be married again, you need to make all these changes to yourself. And I'm like, all of those changes aren't me. I had girls telling me, saying, well, if you really want to find a woman, then I'll help you out. You got to change your wardrobe. You got to change your behavior. You got to change. A lot of these things have to change if you really want to find a woman. You should probably buy a house, and you need to get a nice car. And I'm like, wait, it's going to cost me tens of thousands of dollars to find a girlfriend? And I have to stop being myself? Oh, I don't like the sound of that. So rebellion happens, and here we are. So I'm a guy now who talks hockey every day, and I've got all these hockey games up on the board behind me, and I review hockey every day, and I preview hockey every day, and I talk everything hockey every day. This channel exists as a break from that. As when I want to talk about The Flash, or something I see on TV, or a movie I watched today. I got Thor Ragnarok, and I'm planning on watching that as soon as possible because I really wanted to watch it. We didn't have time today because hockey, but we will, and we'll do a review for it. What I like with this channel especially is it gives me a chance to have my wife in videos a lot, and that our personalities and the way that we view movies are different enough that I think it makes for an entertaining dynamic. And whether people agree or don't agree, it's not really my concern. Part of what me getting a webcam meant 4 years ago was, and posting videos to YouTube was, that I had felt bad that when my father passed away, there was no part of him that survived till now. There's nothing really of my father that I could really show someone other than a photograph to say here's who Jack was. So as Shannon, with videos that I've got posted online and with things I've done online, there's a part of me that will survive beyond my time on Earth. I've always been happy to listen to music from singers who are no longer with us, whether it's Freddie Mercury or it's Tom Petty or whoever, because that will live on. That part of them, that moment they had will live on. Those brilliant ideas will live on, or not brilliant ideas will live on. And the things that I've said can and hopefully do live on for quite a while. I'm not saying I'll be the Bob Ross of hockey, but you know, I'm just saying that it's kind of a fun thing, and this channel's kind of a fun thing too. And a lot of the subscribers to this channel are also subscribers from my hockey channel, so they'll come over here because I'll do a movie review and I'll be like, hey guys, I'll tell them on the Discord server I got a movie review up, or Yvonne tells them I got a movie review up, or because they're subscribers and have notifications turned on, they go ahead and watch that review. But this channel is here as kind of a break, kind of something fun, something to do that's different. And to for those moments that I don't want to talk about hockey that day. Maybe I want to talk about something else. And my opinion won't get changed by somebody else's opinion because it's an opinion. Video right now that's getting a lot of traction as I'm recording this is The Walking Dead, and me giving 10 reasons why I think the channel's in decline. And I'm steadfast with those because those are the reasons I've been given by other people, and reasons I stopped watching. So what I find funny is people coming and going, "Yeah, you're wrong. I'm wrong about why I stopped watching, or because of why people have told me they stopped watching." I know lots of people, when I talk to them, I say, "Did you see The Walking Dead?" And they go, "I haven't watched that in years." And they tell me why they stopped watching, because I always say, "Why did you stop watching?" So when I do TV videos and when I do movie videos, I try to do things a little bit different. I try not to follow in other channels' footsteps. I try to use this whiteboard or one of my other whiteboards, and I plan to get more whiteboards in the near future because I need more whiteboards. I think I need 5. I haven't talked to my wife about it yet. She's given me a look over her glasses like she may not agree with 5, but I think I need 5 altogether, including the ones I have.
So 2 more.
So one on the board, this one, the power rankings. Huh?
Does that include little ones?
The little ones are fun.
Little ones.
The little ones are fun, but a big one would be nice.
Count.
2 big ones would be nice. And then I can stack them in the corner.
Like the kind that we got at Costco?
Like this, yeah. And this one's kind of getting loved. It's kind of beat up in places.
It's because they get knocked over and we don't have room for them.
Which is part of the issue.
We need whiteboards.
While I'm upgrading things for my hockey channel, and I've got all these wonderful jerseys over here. I've got approximately 200 jerseys and more on the way. Because it hangs up over here and I'd have to go behind the board, so I have to wait till I've moved the board before I can hang it up. And I've got to get them all in order too, so that's another thing. And then on top of it, I've probably got 50 t-shirts for this channel. I think 50?
Do you think you have that many? Really?
I've got a bunch upstairs I haven't worn in ages.
Well, I've been hanging them up, but I don't...
There's a bunch in the dresser too.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Are you hoarding shirts that I don't know about?
Probably. Exactly. And you're ordering more fabric to make more shirts.
I know. I'm really excited about the Star Wars one. That's fun.
See, Star Wars. So I
We
when
need a
I
Star Wars
when I
shirt.
went out and I found a woman to fulfill me and to put put a ring on this finger, to finally put a ring on this finger, I found one that wears Nightmare Before Christmas clothing 365 days a year, and in between throws in some My Little Pony and some
I was never a My Little Pony fan.
yeah, but Rainbow Bright
Rainbow Bright, yes.
and cartoon
Rainbow Bright's
stuff.
awesome. Yeah.
Isn't there My Little Pony on your cartoon shirt from the 80s?
No, that one there is not.
I thought My Little Pony was on there.
I have a panel that has My Little Pony.
Okay.
And Rainbow Bright and the Gummy Bears.
Okay.
On it, but I haven't made that one yet.
Don't you mean Care Bears? Not Gummy Bears. Care Bears.
No, the Gummy.
There was no Gummy Bears cartoon.
What bears were they?
Care Bears.
No, there's Care Bears. No, I can picture the bears. They like lived in a cave. Weren't they the Gummy Bears?
I think you're making up bears.
I'm not making up bears.
I think you're making stuff up.
They lived in a cave, and there was a boy bear. I can't. I'm gonna have to look it up on my phone now.
See what you started?
Gummy bears.
Anyways,
If
so
I
all
look up gummy bears, they're gonna come up with candies.
I don't try to copy anybody else's style. I have a lot of channels that I watch that I really appreciate, so I don't do some stuff that I normally would do. Here's an example. One of my ideas back way back before I had a channel, before I even had a webcam, was I would love to do live reactions of watching crappy
Gummy
movies.
bears. See?
Oh,
No.
that's why I don't know it, because it was crap.
Whatever.
That's why I don't know it.
No, it's because you're older.
See, even at home, older. Not that I've discerning tastes with my Deadpool shirt and everything. No, just that I'm older. That's why I didn't like crap.
See, it was a Disney cartoon. Gummy bears.
More proof. See, but I didn't like Darkwing Duck.
I didn't like Darkwing.
I didn't like
either.
DuckTales.
I liked DuckTales.
I wasn't a fan. I liked Animaniacs.
Ooh.
I liked Tiny Toons.
I didn't like Tiny Toons.
You didn't appreciate it then.
Animaniacs is awesome, man.
Animaniacs is great. Pinky and the Brain is amazing.
My favorite was Dot because she's and I'm so cute.
See, my favorite is Mindy. Mindy with the dog. With buttons. Okay, I love you, bye-bye. And she just, hi, why?
Yeah.
Why?
like
Okay, I love you, bye-bye. So she just, and then she wandered, I'm like, that's perfect. And the dog would always get in trouble. The dog would save her life and he'd get in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good cartoon.
Yes, agreed.
So, there you go. That's the kind of stuff that we talk about on here. And again, I don't try to copy anything. I would love to do live reactions of me watching crappy movies and laughing at them, which we kind of did on here with The Shallows. But that was improv, and again, I try to make sure if I'm going to do something like that I'm not encroaching on something that people would say, hey, that's a lot like Red Letter Media. I'm very careful not to copy anybody else's stuff, and very careful not to copy anybody else's style. So, if you're new to the channel, this is what it's about. This channel, more than my hockey channel, is one that my wife and I are very involved with together. She helps me a lot with the hockey channel. A lot of these lovely magnets you're seeing she made using stickers and cardboard. And it's funny because people always ask me, where'd you get your magnets? We made them. You can't order them. In fact, a lot of the decals I own, it looks like maybe the NHL took some action on them and they're not available anymore. So I'd better be careful with the ones I got because I can't reorder them. They're all gone. So there you go. A little bit about me, a little bit about the channel and how I became who I am. The plan eventually is for us to get a bigger place. We're in a very small, confined space as it is. We have 3 kids who are not here this week as I'm recording this intro, but it's normally 5 people in a 3-bedroom townhouse, and it's small. So I do what I can with the space that I've been allotted, and I do my best to provide the best content I can on both channels. This channel pays me about 2% of what I get paid on my hockey channel. And yet, I make sure when I'm doing a video here, it gets the same amount of attention and it gets the same amount of time as a video on the Hockey Channel, including this intro. So if there's any questions you guys have about myself or my channel or my dream is simple. This is the side gig. The Hockey Channel is the main one. That's the one that really has the legs and I think can really build itself up. This channel is the fun on the side kind of thing when I don't necessarily feel like talking about hockey. But I will say this. I do have my opinions and I stick to them. And I stick to them because I know if I watch a TV show or a movie what I like and what I don't. And I've never grown up and I likely never will. And one thing I'll say too, and this is the absolute truth, is what I found attractive about a woman when I was in my 20s is the same thing I'd find attractive now. The big difference now is that if a woman was in her 20s and I were single, and thankfully I'm not because I've got the most amazing wife on planet Earth. Planet Earth. You're the greatest wife ever. Ever.
Well, you've only had me and one other person, so it's not a huge
Ever.
contest.
Ever.
Yeah, you've only ever had two, and the other one was lousy, so it's not a huge contest.
Anyhow. She's had some drinking.
Some drinky.
For tonight anyways. Yeah, that aside, I'm just saying that as a male in his 40s, I can find a woman in her 20s attractive and realize that the idea of dating them if I were single is just not going to work. There was one point where, when I was in my 30s, I dated a girl who was 10 years younger than I was, and it was whatever. But I learned quickly we had nothing to talk about. We had no common interests. There was no, so... as great as it may have seemed, there's no common... So, I can appreciate the cover of the book and be aware that the book on the inside is not anything that I want to read. And that's the best example I can give of my my ability to look at a beautiful woman and go, she's gorgeous. And then it's, would you want to date her? No. I used to have that argument with guys a lot. Back when I was in my early 20s. Guys would be like, oh, do you like her? And I'd be like, well, she's cute. Oh, so you want to sleep with her? And they'd use, of course, coarse language. They wouldn't say sleep with her. And I'd be like, no. Well, why? I'm like, well, she's not really my type. Well, who cares? You like her. She's cute, right? No, I do care. She's not my type, so no. Yeah, but if you could, though. No, this is not a if you could thing, because then that kind of sounds like even if she doesn't want to, and even as long as the opportunity's there, so she's passed out somewhere. Like, it gets creepy really fast, so... I've never aspired to no. No. I never went to bars. I never picked girls up at bars. I never did any of that. And in between, when my ex was gone and I met the lovely, personable, fantastic Yvonne, who's the most amazing woman I've ever met in my entire life. In that period of time, I dated I dated two women. One of them was one date. The other one was, I think, 6 or 7. And they were both in my age range. So, I wasn't out there on the make, and that's not me. So, when you watch my reviews, remember, I may think a girl's really cute, but it doesn't mean that if I met her in real life, I'd be all, yeah, that's not me. That's just not me. Because if that was me, I wouldn't have this ring on my finger, because Yvonne would have kicked my ass out a while ago.
Yep.
Yeah. You did what? With who? Yeah, you're out. So, yeah. I talk a big game, but yeah, the best example I could find would be probably like somebody who's very boastful about their golfing, but in reality their golfing game is kind of lame. I'm kind of like that with women. My overall game is kind of lame. So, because I don't really care. I've got the woman that I was meant to be with, and that's what's important. And she's awesome, and she's the reason that I'm able to be up here late at night talking to people about this. So, thank you very much for watching if you made it this far, and if you didn't, that's okay too. But this is me, this is the entertainment guy, which is a sort of an offshoot from the hockey guy. You can feel free to look up the hockey guy, and you'll see a lot of videos, a lot of subscribers, and I've had 100,000 views in the last 48 hours, which is awesome. I am so happy about that. That's so awesome. And I've had 2,000 views on this channel last 48 hours, which is awesome too. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video, making your way around the internet, and I'll talk to you again soon.